Greetings and salutations, my movie-loving friends. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and welcome back to the Attic Review. On today's episode of Tar, I want to talk about the real reason why The Strangers is so goddamn scary. There's 1,000 different reasons why The Strangers is one of the most chilling horror movies of all time. Try watching this shit at night by yourself with the blinds not all the way closed. I dare you. I won't even do it. So if you thought that I was debating whether or not this movie is pee your pants scary, nah, I'm with you on that. But I did want to point out what is the most disturbing fact about this film. It's not the fact that it's based on a true story, but that is very, very debatable. We'll talk about that in another video. It's not the eerie randomness of that couple being targeted, but that is spooky as hell. The assailants toying with their prey by wandering around the house, going in and out of the house as they please, and leaving harsh messages is certainly unnerving. And yes, those stranger dangers lurking around are freakier because of those weirdly designed masks, but still, that's not what completely scares me. What made me scared was how unbelievably helpless this movie made me feel. I felt powerless because our protagonist did everything right, and they still lost. Normally, horror movie math and logic kick in for our survivors, causing them to constantly do dumb shit things to put themselves in danger. But old James and Kristen, they are the exception. They are making sound decisions, and they were keeping as composed as possible. They weren't your typical horror movie morons. And let's face it, that's why we love horror, so we can watch them do idiotic things and point it out, and pat ourselves on the shoulder knowing we wouldn't do that. And we feel good. Nay, we feel superior. More superior than those fools who are serving themselves up to the slaughter. But not us. We say things like, that dumbass could never be me. I would grab the gun. I would call 12. I would go for the car. You know what? I would just save this motherfucking day. Well, guess what, smarty pants? They did go for the gun. They did call one time, and they did go for the car. Shit! They made a lot of other good choices, like some that we would all normally brainstorm, right? But it was horrifying seeing that the strangers, no matter what, were always 2 steps ahead the whole time. When mayhem started popping off around the house, Kristen immediately set off to go charge her phone because she remembered that it was low from them partying all night, but the bad guy still tossed it into the fire. Kristen even gets stressed out of her formal wear. Realizing that something is off, she changes into the proper attire. Normally, this sense of danger is ignored in horror movies. Not here. She also grabs a knife and tries the landline before more knockings at the door. James does not ignore Kristen's claims at the beginning. When she is all hysterical, he doesn't dismiss her. Instead, he checks the whole house. Not very well, but he attempted to. Their car is pretty jacked up, but they still try to get that thing going, only to get T-boned back into the house. They even get a gun, fire shots at the bad guys, and barricade themselves in a room and prepare to fight. And unfortunately, James's bestie shows up and takes an accidental shotgun blast that was intended for those unwanted house guests. Sorry, Dennis. They ran. They hid. Hell, Kristen even tried an old school radio to try to call for help, and nothing helped. Nothing got them out of that sad and dreaded finale. Shit, that's a sad-ass finale. Bottom line is, ordinarily we feel way better watching these victims get it, because they make dumb choices, and we are so much smarter and would handle the situation way better. The Strangers takes away that safety. They did everything you or I could have hoped to do, and they still fell victim. And that's what's so terrifying to me, is that no matter what, they fought smartly and properly, and in the end, they were nothing but prey. And that's it for today's episode of Tar, and why The Strangers gives me all the dread. I hope you enjoy this movie as much as I do, and thank you so much for listening to my rants and raves. It has been an absolute pleasure. Please like, comment, share your thoughts, follow, subscribe, and tell some friends about the channel. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and thank you so much for watching the Attic Review. Smile, Tiger.